Hello and welcome to Garrett Farms. We're here with our first official episode of Deer Creek by Central Ohio Modding. We started this map as a live stream just to get back into things, and I think we're actually gonna make an attempt to run a full series on it. And so we kind of mucked up our start here to begin with. You'll notice we've got 300k sitting up there in the upper right hand corner, but that's kind of deceiving, because if I hop into here to the finance window, we took out a loan of over $1 million. We're at our current max loan capacity, and we spent that money to sell off a bunch of the equipment that we started with on the farm and purchased two big X9 combines, which we have out in the field right now doing some contracts, trying to earn some extra money. And so I'm not going to go through and do kind of a full farm tour today, since we did that in the live stream. I will link the live stream in the playlist that this video is going to be in. But we kept a couple of pieces of equipment here. So we do have a planter here ready to go and a big sprayer from the base game. I am definitely going to be looking for our first spraying mod to get rid of that base game sprayer, but until then it'll have to do. And so if we just hop in the truck here, we're actually going to take a quick look at the jobs that we've got going. So we are running with Courseplay and auto drive in this series, and they have changed quite a bit since FS19, or at least Courseplay has. Auto drive seems to be pretty similar, and so we're going to take a look here. We've been plowing up this field. We've got a ripper going on the 8RX that we purchased. If we jump into the map here, you can actually see both of the Courseplay courses that we have going. This has been a nice feature that they've added in FS19, and so as I get up to speed on Courseplay here, we will definitely be doing some Courseplay tutorials, as it is changed significantly from FS19. But you can see here we've got our 8RX going on some tillage. I wasn't originally intending to run the 8RX on this piece of tillage. We just ran out of money to get a 9RT, which is what I'd hoped to purchase. So he's going to keep going. We did 6 headland passes before we get into the field proper. This job's going to take hours, folks. To do with just a single implement. We may have to lease another tillage equipment here in the near future. We'll see how it goes. However, this guy's just going to do his thing. We are in August, and since this is a map that is based in Ohio, we'll most likely be doing a combination of corn, soybeans, and maybe some wheat on this map. And so we're getting our big field ready. We currently only own this one field, but as you can see, it's absolutely ginormous. And so I'm really want to go with corn on a big field like this to start things off, just to be completely ridiculous. Hopefully Courseplay is going to be up to the task by the time we get there, but we've got a little bit before we have to decide exactly what's getting planted into here. So we're going to let this tillage equipment run and keep knocking things out on the field here, and we're just going to run back over here and hop in our truck, and we're going to go check in on the job that we've got going today, which is this harvesting contract that we started during the live stream across the highway here. And this highway is something else, folks. There is an absolute ton of traffic on here, making it next to impossible to pull out with an implement. And so we're going to go ahead and run just a bit down the road here. This combine is on the last round of this field here. I think we're going to need to unload this guy here on his way back down, or fairly soon. However, it looks like our combine on the other end of the field actually finished his course, and I think our semi's full up here on canola, I believe is what we're harvesting here in this field. And so we're just going to run over here real quick and grab that semi and run it up to the elevator while we're waiting for that combine to make its last round here. And it does indeed look like this semi is all full up and ready to go. So we're just going to leave the pickup here. We're going to run on over here and get the semi fired up here. Now, we talked about this in the live stream. I do need to get some more mods on this save and replace as much of the base game equipment as I can. This Mack truck I will probably replace with something else at some point. However, It looks like Giants did make some improvements to the performance of the trucks, and so this is definitely working a little bit better since I played over a month ago. And so you'll find that I'm catching up on a lot of the changes that have happened in the game over the last month as I've been away. You'll also have noticed, based on the name of the series / episode here, that we are planning to try and keep our finances within the realms of what the game is going to allow us to do. We are in a significant amount of debt here. However, I'm going to try and not bring any extra money into the game. I was tempted to take out a loan larger than what the game allows and just set all the settings up appropriately in the XML, but we're going to try and make do with the money we have, which is part of the reason why we're running these contracts right now. And so hopefully we can make enough money on these big harvest contracts. Maybe we'll pick up a spraying contract or two as well, and get the few pieces of missing equipment that we need to really keep our farm going. However, for the time being, we are just going to keep cranking on these contracts. I've got a full load here, so we're going to run this straight into the elevator. We've got to be getting pretty close here to completing this contract. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of grain left over that we can sell to put into our own pocket. We've got some fairly loud noises at the elevator here, which is fairly realistic. So we've dumped the front hopper there. We're at 67% of the total grain transported off of the Field 5 contract here. Let's see where we're at after we dump the second hopper here. It looks like we finished the contract and we have $855 of harvest income out of that hopper. And I know we've got at least one more combine full here back on the field that we're going to be able to load off of the field. Let's run back out to the field here. I'm expecting we've got at least one more semi here waiting for us to bring back up to the elevator and sell. Maybe we'll put that into our bins though and hold on to it for a better price at some other point. I'll have to take a look at the price menu here in a minute once we get the semi all filled up. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this right onto the headland here and just park things right here. We're going to untarp this. I know we've got some canola here in the combine, so I'm going to go ahead and fire this beast up and dump it straight into the truck here, and then we're going to go check on that other combine. I suspect he's just about done harvesting that last round, and so we can either empty him if he's getting close to full, or we might just drive him over here and empty him directly into the semi, because we do have one more contract here, which is this field kitty corner to us that we're going to also be able to do. And so in fact, I may just try and make sure there's no traffic coming here, but finagle this header through and get it onto the other field here. This is quite the small area here. Hopefully we don't get any traffic coming. I'm not really sure how I'm going to get this through. I have a header trailer that's parked kind of on the other part of the map there. I would prefer not to have to take my header off here though, so we're finagling. I think we got it. And so I'm going to set this down and we're just going to clean this corner out a smidge and let me get into the field hopefully. Now I don't see, oh, there's our chaff. I wanted to make sure we weren't going to be getting any wheat here out of the back, or I shouldn't say wheat, but straw. So with the field slightly opened up here, actually let me take one pass up the other way just to make sure we're all opened up here. I am then going to get a new Courseplay course set up for this combine, I think, to start going. Now we don't have multiple vehicle support in Courseplay yet, but we've been kind of faking it out by just jumping the other combine into the course here somewhere. And so in order to get Courseplay to work, we're going to go ahead and jump into the in-game helper menu, and I'm going to create job, and I'm on Courseplay fieldwork as my mode. I'm going to set my target position here to right about where my combine is. I do want it to start facing that direction, and then I'm going to open and close my Courseplay generation. I'm going to accept the default work width, even though I think my header is supposed to be smaller than that. We're going to keep lands mode. We're going to do 3 headlands like we did before. I think I like that. And it looks like all of these settings are more or less staying from where I had it previously. So we're going to go ahead and generate our course. And I do enjoy that the Courseplay courses are a little bit faster to generate than they used to be. So we've got our course here already. And so if I hop out here, we're going to be able to push delete to bring up our in-game kind of help screen. However, before we get started on that, I'm actually going to just drive this guy forward a smidge, get him onto the course where I want him. I could have set this to start at the first waypoint, but you know what? I like leaving my settings on this nearest waypoint so I can kind of start and stop the worker when I want later on. And he should be good to go now. And so we're going to let this guy kind of get going. Oh, we're creating straw, so I really don't want that. So I'm going to stop the worker. We're going to come back in here and look at our Courseplay settings. If I click on this vehicle settings, I should be able to double check. I'm going to raise the tool late, lower it early. This is something that I meant to set up before, and we're going to disable the straw swath. We're not going to do any baling of straw in this particular episode, at least. We're going to save the game just to make sure that those settings persist, and then I can push Control H to start off the worker here and have it follow my Courseplay course. And there we go. He's not creating a straw swap. Good deal. So with that, we're going to jump over here and grab our other combine. And it looks like he's definitely done here with the area that he had. And so we're going to drive him straight over here to this semi and dump off the canola that he's got. That's going to allow us to put all of this into our own storage to sell at a later date. And while we're driving, I'm going to go ahead and open up the course manager here, and I can clear the current course so that we're not seeing all of those lines, which is awesome. And I had already saved this course, so if at some point in the future I want to rerun this course, I have that capability. And we're going to go ahead and just dump this canola right into the combine here. We don't have that much, but I'm thinking between what's in the combine here and what we have in the grain cart, we might actually fill this semi. So let's see how much grain we got that's kind of bonus off of this field, I guess. And then I will likely get this combine going on that second headland pass right behind the first and see how that goes for us. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open this corner up because I am going to follow that combine, but I'm realizing that I need to get access to this course here. So we're going to go ahead and shut the combine off for just a second. And in order to get this guy going on the same course, what we're going to have to do, I believe, is tab over to our other worker here. I'm going to hit escape to go into the menus, and we're going to go to the course manager here. And I'm going to save our current course. Now, let me remember what field we're in. We're in field 9 right now. And so I think I actually mislabeled this previous course. So let me go back to a vehicle that's not currently on the course, like this other combine, so I don't accidentally muck with it. I'm going to go to change mode, and I want to rename entry. So I'm going to make sure I'm clicked on this one. I'm going to hit rename, and then I'm going to say F5 harvest 50-foot header. There we go. Now I'm going to come to the second combine, and I'm going to come in here and click save course, and I'm going to say F9 harvest 50-foot. All right, so after a little bit of finagling, I've figured out how this screen works. So if I'm in the course manager and I highlight one of these and then click load course, that doesn't actually do it. You do need to click on the course that you want to load after you click load course. You can see the lines have popped up here. And so now I can go ahead and start this guy off right behind our lead combine. So we're going to get this going. We're going to start moving here. And like I mentioned before, if I push delete to bring up the menu here, I've set at nearest waypoint so I can hire this worker. I could have also pressed Control H. I just wanted to make sure I was set at the nearest waypoint option. So with both of these combines going here on this field, what is this? This looks like maybe oats. Definitely oats. We're going to go ahead and jump back over here to our other equipment. And so I'm going to bring this grain cart up here and unload it into the semi real quick, and then we'll have it up here ready to go in the oat field as well for keeping those combines moving. I don't have as much grain in the grain cart here as I had anticipated, so I don't think we'll have a full semi load, but we've got a decent amount of canola here going into the semi. Let's take a quick look at the prices here. We are on normal difficulty for the moment, and I'm seeing, I think the GSI complex is our own grain storage, which is a little weird that it shows up on the buying menu, but the grain elevator is at 746. That seems really low for canola. And so we're going to be hanging on to our canola. I don't recall off the top of my mind what the prices should be on normal difficulty, but I know 746 sounds really low for the high price. And so I'm just going to kind of hold on to that grain for the time being, and we'll see what happens. Now, it looks like our lead combine is already quite a ways around the field here. I don't know if there's room for me to unload him on the far side over there, but on the off chance that he gets full before he gets all the way around the field once, I'm going to start making my way around there. But I think first we're going to unload this combine on its stretch down the way here, just because we are here, and I'm kind of curious to see how full this combine is. Will give me kind of an indication of how full that other combine is. I don't see the fill plane coming up yet, but we are quite far away. I'm sure this guy has not gotten enough oats in the tank to really be unloading him here. It was just the fact that we were already here, so might as well do it. Looks like he's already empty, so we're gonna get going, see what it's going to take to hopefully catch up with our lead combine here. I do keep forgetting that I've got manual transmissions turned on and I need to adjust my gears, so the tractor does like to get bogged down sometimes when I leave it in 18th gear and try and go 6 miles an hour. We will hopefully get better at that over time. And this field does not look nearly as intimidating, especially since I've got 2 big X9s in it. It's actually a pretty small field. I would never really need to get 2 X9s out in a field like this, but we're going to knock this out right quick here, I think, and hopefully finish up this contract. Now, we did just finish up the contract on Field 5, so I should probably come in here and take a look. It looks like Field 5 is complete, and so I should collect my $76,000 from doing that harvest contract. There we go. Some money in the bank, and you'll notice that our money is going down. I did leave wages on for Courseplay here, and so we are losing money as a result of that. And if I come in here and look, we've got all of the AI stuff turned off, so that money going down is solely the Courseplay wage rate taking money out of the bank, as both of these X9s are moving and grooving. So I'm gonna, I guess, just follow this combine until he gets full. I think Courseplay is still cutting in when it gets full, so I have room to unload. He's getting right up to the brink here. I really hope he can make that corner and I can unload him on the go, but I'm not that hopeful. It looks like we're gonna fill up just before we get to the end. In fact, if we hop out, maybe we can jump in the cab with him here and follow along. 91%, folks. We might just make it. We might just make it. 92. Can I see a 93? There we are. We're gonna make it. So let's hop out here and be ready to keep unloading him as we come around this corner. It's gonna be close. Now, I've just realized that he's gonna try and follow on to the second headline pass, and we don't want to be on the second headland. We want to take the third headland now. So I'm going to go ahead and take over here, try and avoid this fence with all my might, and we're gonna go ahead and follow what would have been the course here to take from the second headland to the third headland. And hopefully when I get up here on this straight part and push Control H, we're on the third headland, not whatever other courses right here. So we've now got to go and get in this grain cart because he is almost full and I really don't want him to have to stop. I'd love to be able to keep our machines moving efficiently here, but we're so close. And this 9RX is a little bit slower than some equipment, but we are pulling a fair amount of weight with this grain cart. Oh, we just didn't make it. That's all right. A momentary pause, and there we go. We are unloading on the go. No problems. All right, I think we have unloaded our share of the oats here. We're gonna let this guy get on his way, and we're gonna just circle back around and try and catch the other combine here. Now, he should make it a little bit further. However, we're gonna have to figure out what course he needs to be on once he gets to this corner. And so my hope is to unload him on the go down this fence line, and that should give us some capacity to kind of figure out what we need to do with him next. Oh yeah, he's not even close to full yet, so we'll go ahead and take what grain he's got, and then we'll switch vehicles here and take a look at the Courseplay course and see if we can figure out where is a good spot to kind of stick him and get him started on doing a land a little bit further away from where the other combine is going to go here. Now, we do kind of need the other combine to make his way up to the top side of the field here so that the headland is taken off and this guy can turn around. So we've got a little bit of time. Maybe what we'll do is, I think this is full enough. We've emptied the combine. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy down here to the end of the field, park him in the corner. We'll stop this combine when he gets to the corner until we get a chance to let the other combine make the headland pass on the far side of the field. We'll run this semi up to the farmyard and dump that canola into our bin site while we wait for the prices to go up. All right, we're done here with that pass. I'm stopping the combine, and I want to say this is going to be the best place for him to start off. Maybe I will go ahead and just cut him in here, and this should be the land at the end of the field. Whoops, we're all kinds of off course. I'm going to go ahead and put him there and then turn him off. I want to give that other combine a chance to do the headlands. And let's run on over here. We're going to run this semi back up to the farm. See if we can fight with that highway traffic to get him going. Close up our tarp here so that we're not losing any grain going down the road. And away we go. This is a busy road. We better put our blinkers on here. And it looks like we've got an opening here. I'm going to pull on out here. Oh my goodness, there's a car coming. We don't want to hit that telephone pole. Oh, we're all over the place. What happened to our steering? Oh, hey, there's the header trailer we left. We should probably come back out and pick that up eventually. Yikes. So we're going to just take this grain right back up here to the farm and dump it into one of our silos. It's not a lot of grain, but I think the price on canola could be almost double what it is now. And so it could be a fair amount of money. Right now, this is probably about $20,000, but we could get this up to, you know, maybe $40,000 when the price comes up, maybe even a little more. We'll see. So I think it's worth holding on to while we watch the market kind of move around here. And it looks like we can just pull right in here like so. I'm going to pull forward. We got a little bit in the back hopper, which is I think what is currently selected. We'll empty that out first, and then we'll switch up to the front and get the rest of this canola emptied out. Now, one thing that annoys me is that you do have to have the trucks running here to dump out of the trailer hoppers here. I understand why you would need, say, a combine running to dump grain, but having the truck running to dump out of a trailer like this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But we've got that all emptied into our silo system, so let's go ahead and take this truck on up to our field where we're doing the oat contract and get those oats loaded up. We'll get a load up to the elevator here shortly, and we are back up at the fields here. I'm just trying to think about the best place to put this truck. I want to be able to unload into it on the quote-unquote correct side here. And so I think what we're going to do is take this down the headlands here, and I'm going to bring this up near the tower here, but whip it around, and I think we're going to put it like right here. We'll be able to pull up alongside it and unload, and then I can pull right out onto the main road here and take it up to the elevator. With that, it looks like our combine is coming down the far fence side here, so I should be able to start this guy off on the lands mode here on the end. So we're going to get him fired up and turned on. He should be able to start working on this section, and our combine here should be good to go. I'm just going to come check on him. He's at 60%, so he should be pretty good to go. I think at this point, this is a great spot to wrap up today's episode. We'll check back in on how doing the contract on this field works in next episode. Please let me know what you think of this series. This is something a little bit different. We're jumping back into things, trying to figure out how all of the new mods and different things work in Farm Sim 22. And we're just kind of winging it this episode. Wow, this series maybe. We're just going to play things by ear. We're in a lot of debt, but we've got some pretty nice equipment here on the farm. Let's see how things go. Let's have a little fun. If you enjoyed today's episode, drop a like. It helps me out immensely. And as always, that's all for today. Kedrick out. And see if we can cut across into this field. Oh, I didn't expect that guy to stop. This combine is on his last round of this combine. Combine? What? Oh, we did this on the first try. Nice. Oh, man, we're crashing onto the header. Oh my god, where did he come from? At least I had my blinker on.